Welcome back to Mike's Miniatures, the place for all things mini wargaming, and in today's episode of video here, I got a little special treat for you guys right here. I've been on my Facebook Marketplace and things like that, just kind of looking, browsing, and I saw a deal that I was just too good to pass up, and that was not just this, but that. So I was able to get basically the two of these for the price of one, kind of a deal, from a fellow in my vicinity who was just kind of offloading some of these Marines that he just didn't want to collect anymore and was just trying to free up his section. So I obviously jumped at the chance because I have always wanted to have a Deathwatch kill team to kind of support my armies, whether it's the Argent Templars or my Imperial Knights army. They can have a Deathwatch kill team, or basically Deathwatch veterans, up to a 10-man squad. You can, and I believe with the Imperial Knights you can have up to 3 squads of 10, and with a Space Marines you can have only up to 2 squads of 10. But honestly, when you get to a squad of 10, it's 200 points, so you probably, if you're ever going to have allies, you only want 1 squad anyway. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do. I'm going to start doing my Death Guard army on top of all the other hundreds of projects that I have dreamt and wanted to do here. But I kind of want to just show you how these boxes will kind of look here. So these are, the boxes are worn out, but I saw them beforehand. They are still put together. So there's the instructions for both boxes here, showing you kind of what's inside. This kind of shows you how old the kit is here, since I believe 2015 or 16 when this kit was originally released. And so it's all still in black and white, showing you the different variants, like the combi weapon, still either the plasma, melt over the bolt here, so you kind of decide. And the heavy guns right here. Thunder Hammer. This is the part that's got me really excited, is these shields right here. So you have one that can be on the left arm and one that could be on the right arm. So you have like a left-handed and a right-handed Space Marine if you wanted to, which is something I kind of wish Games Workshop would still kind of do. Give us with multiple options for the Space Marines, still with shields, weapons, things like that. That's something we should all petition Games Workshop for. Let's just go back to these kind of style Marines, still keep them the Primaris scale, but let's have options with our kits here. Let's redesign the kits so we have options here. So here we go, our veteran with ranged weapons, and then the black shield Marine here, and then just a set of original rules for it right here. See, the points are even completely off on this. It still says 110 points for a squad of 5. That's not the case anymore. It's 100 points. So that's kind of how that works here. So let's take a look here. This is obviously the box art, and this is the part I love, is all these shoulder pads that you can get with here. We got like Flesh Terrors, Iron Hands, Salamanders, Blood Angels, White Scars, Space Wolves, Dark Angels, Raptors, Silver Skulls, Minotaurs, the Howling Griffins, and the Raven Guard. Just to name a few here. But this is the box. Will come with 2 in the sprue here. So we'll just kind of take a look really quickly. This is the built-in back part of the body for the black shield, with the cape, because we need to have him have that Zorro feel to him. All of their power packs with the comms on the top of them here. This is the same kind of things that the Desolation Marines will have something similar to this. So for the Primaris scale, I'm definitely, with all the extra bits, going to use something like that to kind of do this similar effect here. And we have the classic Angry Face helmets and unhelmeted, the different combi weapon options and base, power swords, the big old thunder hammers, and the Xenos blade, basically the Necron sword that's converted for Space Marine use. And then a couple of the legs right down here. And then here you go. There's the amazing, if this thing will zoom in, the amazing Deathwatch shield, where it has half of it with the sculpt writing and the other half the regular. I think when they did the Blade Guard Veterans, this is the shield they kind of looked at as like, how can we make it a little bit better but also still busy? And so that's kind of the inspiration I think they got here. And I love these power maul maces. That's a unique fun thing with this chapter here. And this is the fun part, is that the right shoulder pad that has the chapter where they are from, they're actually sculpted in the shoulder pad, which is something I love that they do. So here we go. There's a Black Templar and a Brazen Claw right there. There's a few that weren't shown on the box art. And then we have the Nova Marine, Dark Angel, Imperial Fist, and Ultramarine. The Imperial Fist could also be the Sons of Dorn, or it could be the Crimson Fist. It all depends on how you paint it, because they have the exact same chapter symbol right here. And obviously it has the rest of the legs for the bodies here, and then it comes with 5 Deathwatch shoulder pads plus this is the unique Black Shield shoulder pad where it has the chains sculpted on with the purity seals. Black Shields, as you remember from Space Marine 2 for the video game or anything like that, they are Space Marines that join the Deathwatch army that for one reason or another are either dishonored or don't want to be associated with their home chapter anymore, so they get rid of all iconography and they're called Black Shields. And so this is their shoulder pad with absolutely no recognition of what chapter they would be from. So that's his unique shoulder pad right here. Let's do a little bit of a scale comparison here, just kind of on the sprue, so you can kind of tell with the legs that this is a shorter Marine. And I actually have right here a Firstborn Marine, one of the first ones I ever built, and we can kind of see that they are almost the exact same. Maybe the Deathwatch is slightly taller by a couple millimeters, but not by much. Vanguard Veteran right here. Yeah, they're kind of about the same size as a Vanguard Veteran. When it comes to this, then obviously the Vanguard Veteran has the jump power pack right here to kind of give you an idea of the scale. And these guys compared to a Primaris Space Marine, I mean, it's clearly obvious that they're shorter. So with these boxes right here, the next little video projects that I'm going to do with them here is I'm still going to build them up with their kit, but I'm going to magnetize all of the arm options here of how I want it. And then as I expand my force here, I'm going to, with the magnetized arms, I can take them off of these basically Firstborn Deathwatch Marines and put them on my Primaris scaled Deathwatch Marines, so I can kind of change with that. So I'll kind of use these bodies here if I at the beginning to kind of combine it with my the Imperial Knights, where I don't have any other Space Marine force with them. But when I ally them with my Space Marine army, I will obviously try to do a more Primaris scale with that. And for one-page rules, when I have my own Space Marines, I'm going to have all of my Firstborn Marines with these guys here. I'm going to repaint these guys to be more of a Deathwatch instead of very bad attempt at Black Templar right here. And we will just kind of see how well that goes from there. But I want to thank you guys for tuning into this video. I've been Mike, and this is Mike's Miniatures. And until next time, guys, bye-bye.